They stopped him at the gate just as boarding began. The single dad froze, gripping his daughter's tiny backpack while she slept against his chest. The agent frowned at the worn documents and the creased ticket, her tone sharp. "Sir, step aside. There's a problem." Passengers streamed past them, eyes sliding away. He swallowed hard, shifting his daughter so she wouldn't wake. Missing this flight meant missing her surgery. He tried explaining, voice shaking, but the words tangled. The agent sighed, already waving the next passenger forward. A murmur rippled through the line. Someone muttered about rules. Someone else complained about delays. The father felt his face burn. He hadn't slept in 2 days. Hadn't eaten since yesterday morning. Everything he had was tied to this flight and the fragile breathing against his shoulder. The agent glanced again at the ticket. "This booking was flagged," she said flatly. "Payment verification didn't clear in time. I can't let you board." The father's knees nearly buckled. "Please," he whispered. "My daughter, she needs treatment." The little girl stirred, her lashes fluttering. "Daddy?" she murmured, confused by the noise. He kissed her forehead, forcing a smile that broke halfway through. "It's okay," he lied softly. "Go back to sleep." But his hands trembled as he held her. Behind them, a man in a tailored suit had stopped walking. He watched quietly, eyes sharp, posture calm. He'd been on hundreds of flights, seen every kind of delay. Still, something about the way the father stood, protective, defeated, made him pause. The agent repeated herself, firmer now. "Sir, please move aside." The father nodded, turning slowly, each step heavy. That's when the suited man stepped forward. "What seems to be the issue?" he asked, voice low but commanding. The agent straightened instantly. "There's a payment verification issue, sir. He can't board." The suited man glanced at the ticket, then at the child's pale face. He didn't ask more questions. Instead, he leaned closer to the father and listened. The father explained in fragments, late shifts, hospital bills, selling his car, borrowing money, this flight being his last chance. He expected judgment. Instead, the man's expression softened. He placed a hand gently on the father's shoulder and turned to the agent. "He's with me," the man said quietly. The agent blinked. "Sir?" The man met her eyes. "I'm the CEO of the airline," he added, just above a whisper. "And I'll personally authorize this boarding." The gate fell silent. Even the impatient passengers stopped moving. The agent's face drained of color. "Of course, sir. I'll fix it immediately." Her fingers flew over the keyboard. Within seconds, the boarding pass reprinted. She handed it to the father with shaking hands. "I'm so sorry." The father couldn't speak. His chest tightened as tears blurred his vision. He clutched the pass like it might vanish. "Thank you," he finally managed, voice breaking. The CEO nodded once. "Let's get you both on board." As they walked down the jet bridge together, the father kept glancing sideways, unsure this was real. "I don't know how to repay you," he said quietly. The CEO smiled faintly. "You already did," he replied. "You reminded me why I started this." Once seated, a flight attendant brought warm milk for the child and a blanket. The CEO settled nearby, declining first class. As the plane lifted off, the father stared out the window, silently begging the sky to be kind this time. Mid-flight, the CEO returned with a small envelope. "For the hospital," he said, placing it gently on the tray table. The father shook his head, overwhelmed. "I can't." "You can," the CEO said softly. "And you will." The little girl woke later, smiling shyly at the stranger. "Are you an angel?" she asked. The CEO laughed, eyes misting. "No," he said. "Just someone who was once helped when I needed it most." When they landed, the CEO arranged a car to take them straight to the hospital. As they parted, the father hugged him tightly, no words left. The CEO held him just as firmly. "She's going to be okay," he said with certainty. Weeks later, a handwritten letter arrived at the airline's headquarters. Inside was a child's drawing of a plane and two stick figures holding hands. On the back, in uneven letters, it read, "Thank you for saving my daddy when he saved me." The CEO framed it and hung it in his office, right where everyone could see. Because sometimes the greatest power isn't running a company, it's knowing exactly when to whisper, "He's with me,"